It's 6:27. That means we are 3 minutes away. Welcome! That's right, it is time for fun. Time for the night. It is Tetris Friendlies Revolution. I'm your host, Colin. We'll get into it in just a minute. Is now a good time? I think yeah. Now's a good time to transition. I've got me and a special partner here in the commentary booth. It is none other than our Monday Night Mayhem host, Omen Var. Hi, Omen.
Greetings and salutations. How's it going?
Happy Tetris Friday to you.
Yes, and to you too.
So this is going to be an outstanding event. I can hardly contain my excitement. We've got 4 fantabulous matches on the card tonight. Hello, Tiffany.
Fantabulous.
Cousin Avi, Doodle. Everybody's here. But yes, that's right. We've got 4 matches tonight. We have 4 matches tomorrow. While we are getting ready, why don't we just go through the title card, right? All right, let's do that.
Let's do it.
All right, so that is not what we're starting with. This is what we're starting with right here. This is Tetris Friendlies Revolution. First match of the night is going to be the Orange Mice, consisting of Anpu and Maestro, the DAS Evolution. They're going to be taking on 20Dan03 and Ian Keith. So, Omen, tell me what your expectations are for this match.
I'm pretty excited for this one. I think it's gonna be, obviously you've got the champs. They're Ian Keith and 20Dan. They're the champs for a reason. I've seen both these players play individually, and I think at least one match together. They've done pretty well. So, and then on the other side you have Maestro and the Orange Anpu, and they actually go way back. I think they were more rivals like maybe 3-ish years ago. They used to be rivals where they would compete against each other here on Friendly. So it's kind of cool to see rivals becoming friends to maybe, capture a championship. So I think, between the pair of them, they're both 1.2 DAS players. So you can expect hopefully some pretty good DAS out of these players. And I know Ian Keith is 1.2. 20Dan, I don't know. I can't quite recall if 20Dan is also DAS or
no. 20Dan is a tapper. Yes.
Yeah.
The only
Okay.
Tapper of the bunch.
Wow. So could have had a full DAS match, but no. 20Dan's gonna go and mess things up. No, I'm just kidding. It'll be great. It's gonna be an awesome match. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen.
That's right. So let's move on. Just to introduce second match of the night, we are gonna have our Phenoms Championship challenger Tetris gonna take on the Phenoms champ Floxe. Floxe, of course, won that belt in a title match that normally doesn't happen outside of a super show, but it was up for grabs. She said, I would like a chance, and man, did she step up to the plate. So, Omen, tell me what you expect.
Yeah, this is another good one. I know Floxy/Violet, depending on the day or who you're talking to, has been playing very well. A very talented, very high ceiling roller, and then on the other side you've got the challenger, the GOAT of many different things, including all the behind the scenes stuff here, but also a very good roller as well. The CTWC world champ, actually. Silver bracket. Yeah. So has proven can compete on a high level on the highest and biggest stages, and that could translate to just another really fantastic match here in the Phenoms Championship.
All right, we'll move right along here to our third match. It is our first ever ladder match where we will have these 6 players squaring up for the Upstarts Championship. Of course, our current reigning champion, OPB, will be defending his belt against an onslaught of Roman, Remy, Grand Designs, Morlando, and Chaotic Hazel. So what do you expect here?
All these players, they all have had their moments. I've had the privilege of I think we're streaming all these players, and then on Friendlies, specifically 1 Pound Bobby has been on actually quite a few of the short amount of shows I have had. 1 Pound Bobby's been on almost all of them. So always good to see 1 Pound Bobby has played very well. I honestly like there's a lot of interesting matches. I know Morlando recently got a 1.1. Grand Design's always consistent. Yeah, there's a lot going on in this one. I have no idea. Honestly, I have no idea who's going to come out of this as the winner. So that's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, last but not least, the main event for tonight, we're going to have the 3 stages of hell. We're going to have Coal Bucket and Tetristime competing it out in the 3 stages. We'll go over the rules as we get closer to that match, but look forward to that one. 2 very explosive players. Omen, tell me a little bit.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, you're looking at CTWC gold level players. I think for sure Tetristime has been a top 8. I believe Cole has at least been a top 16, maybe top 8. I can't recall. But either way, you're looking at some high level play from both these rollers. Both of them actually, I think, pretty good at Dash too. I know Cole's at least got a max, but I know they're probably not going to be doing Dash. I actually don't know. The stages of hell the rules can change on me, so I'll be really curious to see what the different stages will be, and who will have the advantages in each of these stages. I think will kind of like determine who could be the winner. But they are both super fun to play. I tell you, every time I watch Tetris Time, I'm always like on the edge of my seat, going, "Oh my God, you're gonna top out!" And he almost never does. So it's like always super fun to watch Tetris Time. Got to see him live in Kansas City, where I got to had the privilege of commentating him there. And Cole, I mean, you know, certainly I'd say in the last couple of years has been one of the kind of rising stars in the last couple of years. Has been still playing at a pretty high level here in the last 6 months, and it's always super fun to watch Cole. I've had the privilege of actually restreaming him against Cobra a couple times now here on Friendlies. So I'll be curious to see who's going to come out on top on this one. 2 very, very talented rollers for sure.
All right, well, it is 6:34. We've given you a summation. Let's get the night started, shall we? Let's go.
Earth, our home planet. It revolves around the sun fully after 365 days each year. We know this. We expect this. We celebrate this. We evolve from this. The revolutions our world takes impact time. And when time is impacted, it leads us to develop into glorious things not seen throughout history. Revolution brings about change, a change for the future. Once foes of the past, now our teammates in the present. But an old adversary returns with his own teammate to renew a historic rivalry. An unexpected champion now must defend her prize and face off with a CTWC champion who is very familiar to the silver ranks, looking to add another piece of hardware to his mantle. For the first time ever, 6 players embark on a journey never seen before in the Friendlies universe, as they climb the ladder to reach the top for glory and the Upstarts Championship. One of the best rivalries in 2025 sees its climactic conclusion finally take place. But it will happen through the fiery flames of hell. The change begins tonight on Tetris Friendlies Revolution.
That's right, it is Tetris Friendlies Revolution. All right, we have our tag teams here, I hope. Charlie, where are you at? All right. It is Friday night. Tetris Friendlies Revolution. Introductions, please. On the left-hand side, the challengers, the Orange Mice, who are half here, half not. I have no Maestro. Omen, you there, bud?
I am here. I can check on Maestro real quick. Okay, looks like they need the link.
Well, I have a cam from Anpu. Looks like Anpu just got out of bed.
You never know. Maybe he did.
Like he just woke
I'm
up.
going to ping you. That is the video for Maestro.
Perfect.
Or maybe it's this one. I just got 2 from him.
I got it. We're good.
Sweet. It wouldn't be a Tetris stream without some fun technical stuff.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, there's that table tapping from 20 Dan. The shades of Ninja. Tetris, yes, Morlando. Exactly. Oh, Hannes Mio, yes.
All right. Well,
Love
looks
you,
like
miss you, minute.
we've got Maestro in the room now. So there we go. We've got Maestro game board and Anpu. Anpu, can you make sure you are tabbed in to Nestor's Club or Nestor's Champs so we can make sure? And I'll go over the introductions. So, first up, Anpu, DAS player, NTSC PB of 1.2 from Canada, making up one half of the Orange Mice. Of course, the almighty Orange is Anpu 2468. Alongside is the DAS Evolution Maestro, NTSC PB of a 1.2, playing from the United States, making up the other half. Give it up for Maestro. That is the Orange Mice, the challengers for the tag team. And their opponent, the Cleanup Crew, the reigning undisputed champions for Tetris Friendlies Tag Team Championship. First up at the top, you know them, you love them. DAS player out of the United States, NTSC PB of 1.2, a former Phenoms champ. It is Ian Keith. And last but not least, down at the bottom, Tapper out of the United Kingdom with an NTSC PB of 1.199 million. That is 20 Dan 03. Now,
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize it was that close to 1.2.
before we get into the game, these players had a little bit something to say. So hear a word from our tag team champions.
Oh, hello, six-time belt winner, 20 Dan 03.
Hello, 5-time belt winner. That's one less than 6. Ian Keith.
Crap, he's right. Anyways, you know, it's pretty cool. We've had these tag team belts for like over a year now. That's a really long time.
No one wants them. No one wants to face the cleanup crew.
Well, I guess there's a couple people. Ugh. Oh. I just looked at it. Oh. Guess well. Guess we gotta
have to find someone.
We gotta get back to work and
Clean them up. Who even is it? It's Maestro and Anpu. These guys have played like one match together, and before that, Maestro played with Snowy, and before that, Maestro played with Jeddah Evan. If they lose this match, who's he going to find next?
oh goodness. Well, I mean, I'll just find somebody else to cheat on. Play with. Sorry.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
That's right. So, our cleanup crew having some words for the Orange Mice and Anpu. Let's go over the rules while it looks like Anpu needs to do something with his calibration, please. At least, at the very least, Anpu, please make sure you are tapped in. Oh, okay, you're good. Perfect. All right. So, yeah, let's go over the rules. 2 teams of 2 are going to be playing for the highest combined score. So, Orange Mice, the team, will add their 2 scores together, and the cleanup crew will take up their scores. It'll be added up together. Now, keep in mind that if one player tops out, their partner can continue to play until they win the game or top out themselves. The players can pick any level between 15 and 19, so we're going to have to see what type of strategy is unfolded between the levels there. And finally, the first team to 3 points will become your tag team champion. All right, players, go ahead and finish up your final warm-ups, and it wouldn't be Tetris Friendlies if it's not for your boy Colin in the chat with the seed. Boom, there you go, Colin seed. We will start the night with 95 Foxtrot Delta 70. So when you are ready to go, you can put that in your competition cartridge, and then you can indicate that you are ready in Nestris Champs.
Look at that, Anpu's already ready.
The orange is chomping at the bit. Let's see if I can get a refreshed camera here from Maestro. Not anymore. Let's try this one.
Oh, hang on. Let me get you another link.
Yes,
real
please.
quick. that one.
All right. Just putting it in here. Put it in. There we go. We've got a cam. All right. All right, we've got 4 ready players, so let's do this, Omen. This is the first match of Tetris Friendlies Revolution. We're going to count down our tag team match in 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
Tetris.
All right, so you just see the challengers on the left-hand side, Orange Mice. It looks like everybody has chosen a level 18 start to start off with this time around, so it's like no tomfoolery.
Yeah, it was kind of cool to see the almost identical start, but it didn't really last very long.
Yeah.
Which is pretty normal.
Yeah, chaos theory ensuing after the first couple of pieces here. Out in front is the cleanup crew by just a Tetris, so, you know, first 15 or so lines imperative. You know, you want to make sure that you're able to live. Now, interesting dynamic of this, Omen, when you're playing this match, knowing that you have to keep playing and stay alive to have your chance of winning does add some pressure here. And you can see maybe Maestro is applying a little bit of that pressure on himself a bit early here as he is halfway up the board with a pretty messy stack.
Yeah, I noticed that left well earlier, so I think that's kind of what got him into this, but it's set up for a triple now.
Yeah, he's going to continue to keep burning this down, which is allowing the cleanup crew to take an early advantage here. Simul Tetris on the right. 238 plays 184. But yeah, so as I was saying with Omen, with this dynamic here, you know, you cannot afford an early top-up because then you have all of 18 and then the latter levels to play by yourself, and your opponent could have both team or both players playing.
Yeah, that is the fun thing about, well, quote, fun thing about tag team here is that you really do kind of survival is almost of paramount importance, even if you're a little bit slower than you might normally go for. If you can just survive and wait for your opponents to top out, it's usually a winning strategy in these tag teams. You know, I'm sure you've seen something very similar in the past in all your years of doing watching and doing this. So. Maestro getting this cleaned up now, but boy, that's certainly going to hurt his pace. I think he's still alive, as we just mentioned. There's a dirty there. Oh, setting up for another. Just the bar. Any bar, anytime now. Take the triple.
Yeah.
And the bar shows up too late.
Yeah, 50 lines in here. Maestro suffering through here. He's only at 114, Anpu at 261, giving them a combined score of 398 after a Tetris. 433 make it 456 after a Tetris here from Ian Keith and 20 Dan.
Yeah, Anpu really carrying a lot of the scoring potential here for the Orange Mice. You see that only 29,000, so just barely a Tetris difference. So has been staying efficient, and the good news is Maestro set up for a center well and gets it to go to 187, so still alive.
Yeah, but we have reached the halfway point of 18, so the game is going to start getting competitive here as if it wasn't already. Orange Mice and Anpu, the challengers, taking on the cleanup crew in a best of 3.
Tony Dan, just a little bit of trouble there. The hang of the T could prove problematic further down the road. Oh my goodness, absolutely horrible set of pieces for 20 Dan, but I'm gonna spend some time bringing this board back down. Anpu also in a little bit of a mess too.
Oh, yeah, well, Anpu starting to spire up in the center. That is a beautiful T. Going to open up the well. Another T would be great. It comes. Nails the spin.
There it is.
And
the
boom.
Tetris.
A Tetris, yes.
Very close so far here. 19,000 point difference between these two teams.
Yeah, but keep an eye here on 20 Dan 03 that JP's able to get over. We are at the 100 line turn.
Whew, yeah, that was getting kind of scary. Still plenty of cleanup here.
Oh,
to do
nasty.
For 20 Dan.
Yeah, cleanup crew in full cleanup mode here, at least
Yeah.
for 20 Dan. Oh, this is so tough.
Yeah, that is so tight.
That left side is a problem.
See, maybe that
Oh,
thing couldn't get that
no!
tap over. Oh no.
And 20 Dan has topped out the first casualty. The cleanup crew on the ropes now. It is all up to Ian Keith. Orange Mice going strong here. 769 plays 733. And you'll see exactly what we were talking about at the beginning of this game, where if you top out on 18, you got all the rest of 18 and the later levels to pour on the points. So Ian Keith going to have to play out of his mind or hope that something slows down the Orange Mice.
Yeah, exactly what we were talking about earlier, where that survival makes so much of a difference in how these kind of matches play out. So already, like Maestro and Orange with an 86,000 point lead. So all that survival that Maestro did early on is now starting to pay dividends.
Yeah, we've got 19 played now from all of our players. Orange Mice, only about a Tetris and a half lead. So right now, the deficit being made up here from Anpu, as Maestro, suffering in that first part of 18, really slowed their game down and allows Ian Keith to keep this within reach.
Yeah, Ian Keith having a good game here. Certainly, of the three players remaining, has the highest score, which he's going to need every scrap of in order to try to make up the difference now that he's basically having to solo.
Oh, hold on. We've got
In
a
19.
we had a dirty well starting to get set up for Ian
Ooh.
Keith. That's a triple now.
Yep.
And there is nothing that 20 Dan can do but just sit and watch as his teammate tries to stay competitive, but starting to fall behind 110,000 points.
Yeah, playing great, staying alive, but unfortunately has to just has to be so aggressive to even have a chance at winning this.
Yeah, but
And that lead just continues to grow.
Yeah, but take a look at this. Ian Keith, 661 on level 22. That is a pretty dang
Fantastic.
good score, especially for Das. So
Yeah,
they're
agreed.
trying their best here.
Absolutely, yeah. They're having a very good, solid game here for sure.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Ooh.
lost
Oh,
Das
wrong
and
pieces.
668. Ian Keith is finished. Anpu and Maestro, the challengers, on the board first. Take game number 1.
Kind of commentator cursed that one. Great game from Ian Keith. Tops out. But it was a great game. Up until that point, it was a very, very solid game from Ian Keith. Needed L, got the J, says Ian Keith in chat. Got a little greedy. I don't know, like you had to be greedy, Ian Keith, right? Like in order to keep up with what you had to do, you had to be greedy.
All right, well, we will increment our seed and indicate that we are ready in Nestor's Champs as we will get ready for game number 2.
Our champs are ready already. Look at this.
Maestro's ready. Anpu's trying to see. He's trying to think, like, what did I do wrong? What can I do right this time? I don't think he did much wrong.
Yeah, no, not at all.
All right, I see 4 readies, Omen, so let's get it on. This is game number 2. Orange Mice on the march. Can the cleanup crew tie things up? Let's find out. Count us down, Omen, in
3, 2, 1, Tetris. Oh, good old SZ starts.
my favorite.
I'm sure it's theirs too. As we already got some delay burn set up for 20 Dan and Anpu.
Yeah, so looking back at that game number 1, that early top out from 20Dan03 was the deciding factor and really just allowed Orange Mice to take that first game. So he's going to look to rebound his game here and have a much better game number 2. Meanwhile, if you're the Orange Mice, what are you thinking here?
Yeah, I mean, strategy confirmed, right? Like survival over anything else. At this point, it worked for one game. So I think if you're at Orange Mice, you just keep doing what you've been doing and stay alive. Wait for your opponent to make another mistake. Now, of course, that could work in 20 Dan and Ian Keith's favor if they can survive and outpace. But I don't know. I'm still thinking that survival strategy, I think, really serves well here in so many matches that I've seen here with the tag team. So,
well, you can see right now, 20 Dan having a much better game number 1, already up to 138,000. Get Along Bar at a Tetris go to 284 for the cleanup crew, 261 Orange Mice. These both teams keeping pace with each other, separated by a Tetris.
Yeah, and their Maestro actually getting a dirty Tetris there, trying to get his board cleaned. So just about done, but this, again, I think will put Maestro a bit behind the others, pace-wise. So
yeah,
once again, we'll see if that makes a difference.
Yeah, very early days, though, in 18. I mean, Maestro, a very competent 19 player. In fact, you saw in that game number 1 how he was able to turn it up and really come alive in those 19 speeds.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All these players can really have their moments in 19 for sure. I mean, they're all very capable 1.2-ish players, so it is kind of fun to see. If you get to 19, what'll happen? And I think once again, as you mentioned, I think Maestro certainly has capable, and it's only 55 lines in at 207. That's actually still not that bad of a pace, all things considered. Just the other players are doing slightly better.
Yeah, well, a delay burn setup there. Didn't wait for that T-piece, so the cleanup crew, and again, some cleanup courtesy of 20 Dan. But now, ready for the Dusty Tetris, slams it home, and is back down to safety. 537 plays 539. Man, we are neck and neck here.
Yep. Just like the first game. I mean, it was pretty close the first game, too, right up until, 20 Dan topped out, so these players are certainly hanging in with each other, doing the same kind of efficient play.
Yeah, you see here, both of these teams trying to win that coveted belt down in the corner. Looks so beautiful, so shiny.
2 of them. I do love, shout out to, I think, is it Tetris, I believe, who created those belts?
I'm not sure about the belts, but I can tell you for these scenes, this is all courtesy of Tyler. So Tyler, really, that was a beautiful line spin also by Ian Keith right there. But yes, these scenes, absolutely beautiful. And a Vitz from Ian Keith. Wow. Let me give the man some props for his hard work and quit doing cool stuff for Tetris, Ian Keith. Come on.
Yeah, and the promos, again, Tyler the GOAT there too. Just doing so much behind the scenes for so many different organizations, Tetris-related organizations, including Friendlies.
Of course, And now, these players reaching that 100 line turn. Maestro and Ian Keith both about to hit the 100 lines here. 868 playing 812. The cleanup crew starting to fall a bit behind. But
yeah, Maestro has certainly made up that difference here now, 419. So basically hanging right alongside Ian Keith and 20 Dan and Anpu, just like in game number 1, having the kind of overall score lead for all 4 players, giving that boost to the Orange Mice.
Yeah, but, we may see a 4-player transition provided the pieces cooperate. Looks like 20 Dan starting to deal with a little bit of traffic, as is Ian Keith. Orange Mice, though, I mean, they have not shown much struggle here in this game number 2.
Yeah, that was a good choice there with that Maestro had that LJ dependency on 2 sides, and got the perfect pieces, placed them right exactly where needed to get all that filled in. So that was well done. Good patience. We will have some pretty good looking transition scores from all these players across the board, assuming we get there.
Well, we are about to get there from Maestro's side in the next Tetris or two burn lines. And yeah, it's going to be a burn into transition. Ian Keith, also a Tetris away. There's transition at 5:07 for Maestro. Anpu still with 2 in hand. Now make it 1.
My goodness, that's going to be a very solid transition for Anpu, assuming he doesn't top up.
I mean,
here.
it's a 600k transition. He'll go with the burn. 601 out of Tetris, go to 625. So all of our players hitting level 19. Cleanup crew with a little bit of traffic here. Oh, 20 Dan.
Yeah.
All right, I like that placement.
Yep.
Now it's going to be J dependent. Gets the J, needs another J. Something to the left.
Oh,
Gonna
good
go
flat placement there. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful L.
Yep. Great pieces so far to try to help get to. Didn't know what to do with that Z piece, but threw it right, which is probably the correct move. Still alive.
Yeah, sometimes when you're playing this game and it gives you that piece, you got to think of, okay, where's the best possible space for this piece that I don't have a place for?
Yeah, exactly. You know, being multi-champ, multi-belt defenders and champs, you know, they're pretty good at this game. They're pretty good at figuring out things like that. So beautiful stacks for all our players right now.
Yeah, and level 22 across the board now. 1.1 million for our champions, 1.3 million for the challengers. So out in front here by about 4.5 Tetrises.
Yeah, looking good for if you're an Orange Mice fan, but again, this is 19 and it is volatile as heck, so anything can happen. And I think, you know, we'll see. Like, it's still early goings. There's still room to work with here, but I will say the pressure's certainly on Ian Keith and 20 Dan right now. The cleanup crew need to maybe put on a little bit more pace if at all possible.
You know, they only have about 60 more lines, and that misdrop from Ian Keith going to slow them down a little bit longer here. Oh!
Oh, no!
Oh, Ian Keith's board. This is dangerous. Yeah, and they're going to top out at 657. So, again, the cleanup crew down first. It's going to be up to 20 Dan now to step up. A long bar in. Tetris going to help. 1.3 million playing 1.6, but they continue to fall back behind because Anpu is on a different level here. Look at this. He is poised for a max out.
Oh my god.
Level 26.
Yep. This is going to be a heck of an orange game from the Orange himself.
Oh, but hold on. A bit of a Spire situation forming. There's the Tetris and the max out. Maestro with a little bit of dig. Centerwell Tetris for 20 Dan. 1.4 plays 1.7. Ooh, slight misdrop there for 20 Dan. Yeah, it's going to clean it up, though.
All three are kind of struggling right now with their boards, which means that there's not a lot of hope here for 20. I don't think there's 400k in the bank for 20 Dan, so this is pretty much in the bag. I think at this point it's just playing for posterity.
Well, unless something disastrous were to happen to the Orange Mice right now, but it does not look like that. Back-to-back checks going to try to help, though. The cleanup crew at 1.4. And you can see 20 Dan is set up in the center. Knows that 29 play may be a factor, so going to try to set up for it. But yeah.
Oh, no.
The wrong pieces at the wrong time. Going to top out 1.49. Orange Mice at 1.8. Go up, taking game number 2, and are now on match point.
Yeah, GG's. Kudos to 20 Dan for continuing to do what he felt like was needed to do. I think that Centerwell into 27-28 was the absolute right choice to do there in case, against all odds, if things would have worked, that's the way to go, is, you know, get the Centerwell ready for some 29 Tetrises if luck really, you know, fell in his favor. So well played, but unfortunately, yeah, that was a very, very strong game from Anpu and Maestro.
All right, we'll let these players take a quick water break as the Orange Mice up 2-0 against the cleanup crew. The challengers almost exiting the building or with the title. Can you believe it? One game away.
2 games in, and the Orange Mice, the challengers, already knocking on the door here. But it's not over till it's over. And this is Tetris after all. So cleanup crew, they've defended fair number of titles. They know, they've been here before. They know what's required, so.
All right, well, we got 4 ready players, so let's count this down. This is a pivotal game number 3. Can Orange Mice sweep the champs? Let's find out. Count us down, Omen, in
3, 2, 1. Tetris. Whoa, Twaydan, going unconventional here. Is this a 15 start?
It is a 15 start.
I have not seen that very often. This is actually kind of cool. I love this. I love this. We don't see enough 15 here from like really good players, so it's going to be interesting to see how this affects the rest of the game. As I think most people watching know, 15's got a lower point potential, but if you're staying alive,
yeah, and you got a
then
lot
maybe you have
longer.
a higher point potential.
Yeah.
So I would expect then, given the way this is playing out with 15, you would expect, I think, to see Maestro and Anpu kind of jump out to a pretty early lead just due to the scoring potential, the speed of the pieces falling, all those kinds of factors when it comes to a 15 game being mixed in with, you know, an 18. But there is opportunity there towards the end of the match where probably a lot of the, well, I don't know, lengthwise, I do think 15 matches tend to go a little longer. 15 games can go a little longer, but I know there's 30 extra lines at 18, but I don't know, like I think there's potential there for some of that quote catch up to be happening at the later parts of the game for the 18 player and 20 game. Anpu set up for I guess we call it a dirty. At what point is a dusty a dirty for you?
I'd say about row 2.
Row 2, yeah. So that was dirty. There you go. Anpu at 147. Twaydan actually not in last place right now. They actually have the lead. So very efficient 15 from Cleanup Crew right now. It has been kind of the case through a lot of these all 3 of these games. Actually, it seems like Maestro off to a little bit of a slow start, but then picks up speed as the game goes on. Ian Keith, though, having a heck of a game at the moment.
Yeah, and our Cleanup Crew right now in charge, 69,000 point lead. And we are halfway through 18. Another Tetris there for Orange Mice, cut into that lead a bit.
Yeah. Yep, that lead was almost 100,000 and now down to just 1 to 2 Tetrises depending on who scores next. Ian, pay close attention to Ian Keith's score right here. This is not bad. Waiting for the right piece there, square, finally, to help fill in that square dependency for Ian Keith.
The square piece goes in the square hole.
That reminds me of a meme I saw of. Actually, the way you even said it reminds me of the meme. Like,
that's
okay.
Yes, that's what I was going for. Yes.
Oh, I love it. The frustration on the face of the lady. It's so amazing. Anyways.
All right, 635 for the Orange Mice, 677 for the Cleanup Crew. Looks like this 15 start from 20Dan is just what the doctor ordered here as we are approaching. Now, we will see transition to level 16 from 20Dan at 100 lines, and he's about 25 lines away from it. We're about another 35 away from the transition for the other 3 players.
Yeah, so we're definitely going to be seeing 19 level play sooner, I think, than we'll see from 20Dan, which, again, could work in 20Dan's favor, knowing that, is the seed going to get harder? Well, I don't know. I guess it's the same number of lines, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, just from a score perspective, though, like certainly can stack more efficiently in those 18 speeds, while everyone else is still doing 19. Ooh, Anpu. Oh, Anpu needs a little help here. Needs a lot of help here. Not getting it. I'm going to top out at 366. So Maestro's going to have to solo now. And already behind. So this is going to be quite the difficult task for the orange mice to overcome here. Just like in the first two games. For the cleanup crew. Mehmet M in chat saying, "Oh no," that pretty much sums it up. If you are at least a Orange Mice fan.
Yeah, well, we've got transition here. 20 Dan and Maestro. So if you're a cleanup crew right now, you're a little excited that you're down probably the strongest player from the previous game, Anpu.
Yep, and early on too. When I say early, I mean obviously these players, they all expect to get to transition. That's the level of play that we're talking about here. So anything before transition's early. So yeah, they have plenty of opportunities here. And like you said, just what the doctor ordered, 20 Dan with this 15 start, currently at 432, very respectable level 15 start score at level 17.
Yeah, just a reminder to Anpu, please do not attempt to warm up. Just stay at the top out screen, please. So yeah, looks like we got all the friends to check. We are live over on Twitch, Kick, YouTube, Facebook. I think we're even live on X. So, very cool that we are out and about here in the world, not of just Tetris, but the interwebs in general. Hello,
Yeah,
Adkilla.
I was looking to see in the Restreamio chat if we've had any kind of other chatters. Looks like it's been mostly just Twitch. Hey, YouTube, if you're out there, or anyone else from any of the other platforms, say hello.
Yeah, we did have a little bit from Kick. I'm seeing Adkilla in the chat as well as...
Oh, nice.
We had some YouTube early on, too, so...
Cool. All right. Good to see y'all.
Yeah, Orange Mice running into a little bit of a slowdown here for Maestro. This is not what he needs. You know, he is falling back. Now, 171,000 point deficit to be made up here, but now Ian Keith with a little bit of trouble of their own. So, oh, that was a nasty Z piece for Orange Mice.
Yep.
Oh.
Absolute worst piece.
Oh, looks like we've got a friend over on Facebook saying, yay, Facebook.
Yay, Facebook. Wait, that's not something that I normally would say. And it's not what you think, okay?
I actually...
Yay, Facebook chatters.
They're talking about Twitter, and I gave up Twitter for Lent, so...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my mental health is enjoying the break as well, because it gets pretty crazy over there. Oh, no! What's going to be the mental break right there is the top out from Maestro! And at 1.2 million, our champs are on the board. The broom has switched hands.
Yeah, there's now an opportunity for a reverse sweep. 2 more games for Ian Keith and Twin Dan to fulfill that. And Orange Mice, of course, can do their best to try to clean this one up in, you know...
Hello from
4
Colombia,
total
says HXRMFXL over on YouTube. Welcome in. And Kingsman over on YouTube saying hello.
What's up?
Right, music by
There you
Carl
go,
Casey.
though.
White Bat Audio if you like the music. This is a banger. This is my favorite.
I'll unmute the stream just for a second, but I hear double, so I don't actually hear the music right now. Listen.
Chechia. It is the best of 5, Mehmet. All right, we've got 5 ready players, Omen, so let's do this. The cleanup crew with the broom in hand. Let's see if they can continue the reverse sweep. Count it down in
3, 2, 1. Tetris. I'm curious. I know Tyler's in chat. Tyler, are you still anti-countdown? Countdown, I should say out loud countdowns. Because there was a point in time Tyler was like, I don't believe in countdowns. I go my own way.
Countdowns are silly, right? No,
Yeah.
what'll be silly, we'll be watching him in the Phenoms Championship coming up
Oh,
after this.
them's fighting words there.
And the resolution of the vertical eye tuck for 20 Dan, getting another long bar for the Aki bar. Now needs a third for the Tetris.
Tiffy. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Look at all these hey nows on the screen. There was like 3 of them for a second. Oh my goodness, all these players' boards kind of in a mess except for 20 Dan right now. So.
Yeah, must have been an awkward sequence there. And you know what? It's a Colin seat, so you could very well go ahead and blame it on that.
Oh my goodness. Have you thought about or considered like reviving your old Basement Battles moniker? Or is that
Oh, no,
a
it's-
chapter for another time?
It's dead. It's dead. It's
dead,
never.
dead.
It's never DED dead. It is never coming back. No, now that I'm on the main channel, no. Hey, Basement Battles was fun. I had a lot of blast doing it, but it's rightfully it's time for that to be
Right,
ended. The
yeah.
new chapter has been turned.
It was a good time though. It's one of the ones that I certainly, as I was kind of like starting to really get into the scene, I would be able to check in and be like, oh yeah, this is super cool, fun. And yes, the Colin seeds. It's like what reminded me of is the Colin seeds were just so prevalent, and it was almost just a running joke at a certain point. In the, good stuff, man.
Well, joke or not, I will tell you, these players are pretty clean. Do a quick score check, then I'll get to the
Yeah.
story. 446 out of Tetris go to 492, make it 2 for the Orange Mice. 406, make it 429 now after a Tetris for the cleanup crew. So the champ's down by 2 Tetrises. It does remind me, though, Omen, of when the Classic Tetris Wars Battle Royal Tournament, the most recent, and Grand Designs was like, hey, Colin, why don't you go ahead and generate a seed for everybody? And
Oh, no.
You
Oh,
could
no.
hear the groans from everybody.
Oh man, that's great.
All right, nice
The
little
question is, do you
overhand
remember,
tuck.
did that seed turn out okay though?
No,
That's the real
no.
No, of course not. Naturally.
Actually, you know,
Ooh,
at
cinema.
the players at that level, seeds are a myth. You know,
Yeah.
when you play at that
It's
level,
true.
you
It's
can
true.
you can pretty much battle through anything.
Yeah, it's a matter, as well as they play, it's a matter of like, you know, did you place it well or not? You know, did you make a good placement? And that's just, you know, I think for the rest of us, it's kind of inspiring to see like even on bad seeds, good players still can make a bad seed look good. So
Oh yeah, absolutely. And hey, take a look at this. Talking about making things look good,
yeah,
we've got a 2,000 point
2,000.
difference.
it's crazy.
It's like the
Dusty
cleanup crew.
Centerwell from Maestro.
Yeah, the cleanup crew finally awake. Hopefully not too late. They do have that one game in hand now, but Orange Mice looking to put them away with a big win here. Could the reign of
dramatic.
terror be over?
Could it? That is the question. Pretty dramatic game though from both players. Like watching them having to overcome awkward sequences, Centerwell's dusty Tetrises. It has been just from a purely Tetris point of view, very interesting to see. And like, look how close the score is. As we have hit the turn now, so everything you'd ask for in a Tetris match.
Oh, Anpu, though, probably not asking for that T-piece that get hung
No.
over there in columns 3 and 4.
Gonna have
What?
to deal with it. Up
I
high here,
love that
too.
delay burn setup. Wow.
That was beautiful.
Navigated beautifully, set up, ready and waiting for the Tetris, takes the triple. And there's the Tetris for the reward. 100 line turn has
Centerwell.
passed.
Centerwell from Maestro. Nope. Bar came a little too late.
Oh, this bar timing for Maestro is so difficult.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Gonna need to get bailed out here.
Well, hold on. Keeping that well open. There's that.
There it is. Oh my goodness.
Dirty Tetris, but at what cost? He's got a lot of cleanup to
exactly.
do with only 7 lines until transition. We are separated by a mere 68,000 points. 959 plays 127 in favor of the current champs.
Oh no, Maestro's board needing a little bit of love and maybe the right piece.
And there is
Trying
no
not to take
bar. Where's the
Oh,
bar? Gonna hang. And at 5:02, tick tock, the mouse goes down. And bar in Tetris for Orange Mice. Now this is the opportunity for the cleanup crew. We have transition from every player as soon as this double is taken. There we go. 532 transition for 20 Dan at a Tetris. The 1.16 plays 1,021,000.
Yeah, huge lead already for Ian Keith and 20 Dan.
But, you know, they have to maintain this. They cannot rest.
They do. Yep.
But knowing that they've got a player down, perhaps they will, you know, maybe take it a little bit easy, start taking a little bit safer burns and try to coast, knowing that the pressure's on Anpu. Oh, what a flat burn there.
Yeah, that was getting to be a very scary board. Still is, to be honest.
Dude, how does Anpu have more lives than a cat?
I don't
What
know.
the heck?
I don't know. Great double there.
What?
What
Are you
was
kidding me?
that?
What
Are
is
you
this
kidding me?
survival?
What is this?
And
the
Tetris!
Oh, wow, putting on a show here.
Clip it and ship
Gonna
it.
have to.
Oh my word.
Has to though. Has to play like this just to keep up right now. Down 143,000, and both 20 Dan and Ian Keith are still alive. What a show though. My goodness.
Yeah, but a 200,000 point lead here for the champions. 1.3 plays 1.1. Add a Tetris for Orange Mice. Go to 1.18.
Yeah. This is rough. Anpu is certainly gonna have to keep that aggression up and hope that 20 Dan or Ian Keith, or ideally both, top out here. There's a mistake there from 20 Dan.
Yeah, should be
Hang
low
of
enough
the-
to correct this.
Should be, yeah. It's a little bit of a slowdown, so anything will help. Although now it looks like Anpu. I don't know what Anpu can do. Oh, gives him a quick tap all the way over. What is this game from
And a
Anpu, though?
Tetris! Anpu refusing to go down!
What on earth? Unbelievable play from Anpu. Heroic in what seems to be just unfavorable, unbeatable odds.
Give me a break! Holy smokes, Anpu! Still alive, trying to give the Orange Mice a kicking chance here, but man, this is starting to break down, and I think this is pretty much out of reach, but despite the heroic efforts, Ian Keith gonna top out 826, double for Orange Mice. Oh my gosh, Anpu. Into level
How is
28
Anpu
now.
still alive again, though? This is an insane...
And he's gonna hang the bar.
bar came.
Ran out of
What a
time.
fight, though. What a fight from
1.3
Anpu.
million top out score, and your cleanup crew are now one game away from retaining the belt.
What a match. This has been an absolutely, insanely fought match between these two, and it's coming down to a decider. So if you're a viewer and you're hoping for an exciting match, I don't think you can get much more exciting than this.
And we'll
Oh
let
my goodness,
cleanup
set
crew
up
mull
for
this
one
out.
more.
Waiting one more.
Oh, Dirty Dan!
Dirty! And he's going for one more.
One more.
Ah!
No more. Oh man, good game from me and Keith and 20 Dan. And once again, we are game number 5. All 4 games have been basically the wins have been a result of someone early topping. That's it. We said at the top of this whole match, the team that stays alive the longest typically wins, and that's what we're seeing. So your plan, if you are either team right now, don't die.
Yeah, don't die indeed. And you gotta wonder, I believe this was a 15 start for 20 Dan, was it not? We're gonna see if the 15 start
Was that
is
this
the
game,
strat
or was
again.
that game number 3? That was game number 3, I believe.
Well, I mean, it gave him a dub, so.
Yeah, it worked. Slowed the game down, allowed them to kind of really focus on just playing efficiently and getting everything done. So that was a fantastic strat. Like I love to see it. The moment I saw it, I had this giant grin on my face. I was just like, yeah, 15. All right, let's go.
That's more levels of my speed when I play. But here we go.
Yeah, exactly. Me too.
We've got 4 ready players, so go ahead and give us the odds. It is Decider. Count us down, Omen, in
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Tetris.
Decider Tetris.
And 20 Dan confirming in chat, yes, that was game 3. He did the level 15 start, so. And look at this, the Orange Mice out in front by 773 points.
Oh my goodness, can you believe it? Massive lead already.
Courtesy of a burn and a pushdown point.
Yeah.
What a Vitz.
Yeah, I saw both Ian Keith and 20 Dan had 11 pushdown points. Which is kind of just, I don't know if they planned it, if that's like a signature move, like, you know, they're in ice skating in the Olympics and they're like, oh, let's just do 11 points at the same time. But it was that was a pretty fun coincidence. Have you been watching any of the Olympics?
I do not watch television anymore.
I'm kind of in the same boat.
The last
I catch up when other people tell me what's going on.
The last time I watched anything on TV was the Super Bowl, and that was just so I could see my company's Super Bowl commercial. That's
Oh,
the
really?
that's the only reason. And it didn't even air in my area, so.
Oh.
It did air in LA, Atlanta, and Minneapolis, so like our staff that's over there, they all took pictures of it when it was on, which was really cool.
Nice. Yeah, obviously I don't want you don't have to dox yourself, but at some point in time, if you have it, I would love to see the link to that because that's
Oh yeah,
cool.
sure, yeah. Yeah, it's on my LinkedIn. Yeah, you can see it there.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
All right, 290.
Speaking of cool.
Yeah, give these players a cool score check. 293 for Orange Mice, 250 for Cleanup Crew, but pretty much everybody in a little bit of a dig, so little sequence maybe a little difficult for our players.
Yep. On to the exception to the rule, but everyone else certainly has got some, we'll just call it parity issues. That's a phrase I haven't heard a whole lot of. It was a thing for a while, and then people just kind of stopped using it. So, I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if it doesn't really accurately reflect things, or if it just people forgot.
I never really even understood what it meant, so I never used it.
That could be why it fell out of favor, right? Like, because it's like, what do you mean when you say parody?
Like, are you talking about like a parrot, like squawk?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
All right, Mice going with this column 2. Long bar in, Tetris down the center. 464 plays 368.
Oh my
Orange
gosh,
Mice
really
on
good.
top.
Another center well.
Orlando, we are live on LinkedIn.
Why are we streaming on LinkedIn? It has been weird to watch LinkedIn kind of turn very social media.
Yeah,
as well.
it is changing a little bit. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm not really all that active on LinkedIn. If I'm active on LinkedIn, it's either A, I'm trying to get nominated for like a 40 under 40, or I'm looking for a job. So those are the only real times I'm ever on it.
That sounds about right. Centerwell from Maestro needed everything there. That was a very dicey board for a second. And another one. I think Maestro's had more Centerwells than traditional Tetrises.
Well,
this game so far.
That's why he is the DAS Evolution. Can
Yeah.
play all over the map. Tetris Bingo. And, speaking of Tetris Bingo, we are going to be seeing a Tetris Bingo player himself, Morlando, later on this evening in our first ever ladder match. So make sure you guys stick around for our third set. That is going to be nothing short of impressive.
Impressive, chaotic. It's going to be fun. Speaking of chaotic Hazel actually featured in that one.
Yes. Yes, that was the big joke when we were getting everything ready for this evening. We said, oh, hopefully it doesn't turn too chaotic. And she's like, I hope it does. And yeah.
You go. Perfect.
All right. Ian Keith, Dirty Tetris. The Cleanup Crew needing to do some cleanup. Maestro's just been maintaining this center well pretty much the
know,
entire
it's
game. Now
crazy.
has a perfect well transfer. Let's see. Oh, he's going to go back with the center.
Doing it again. Unbelievable. If nothing else, entertaining the crowd with the center wells.
Yeah, but the game kind of forcing him into that center well because he knows he has to score as many points as possible. But hold on, 20 Dan.
Oh
This
my
is
gosh,
not
20
an
Dan.
opportunity to go out here.
Good skim.
Okay, delay burn. That bar over
Worked.
column 10 is going to be tough. But he is bringing this down. Nice
Yep.
little conversion there of those alternating burn shelves. And a
Yeah,
beautiful.
beautifully done.
Yes, looks like he is going to survive, but at what cost? 372 at 119 lines, so a bit off the pace.
Ooh.
Anpu,
Yeah. But
look at
alive.
this. Yeah, that's true. Better alive than dead, of course, in this format. But Anpu, look at this. A long bar in Tetris, 552, still has one Tetris
Wow.
in the tank before transition.
Yeah. Anpu's 18 has been, I think, pretty safe to say, probably the best. I think Ian Keith had one that was better. But Anpu has been consistently in that 500 to 600K transition all 5 of these games.
All right, Omen, we've got transition, our final 19 of the day. Let's go. Here we go. 1 million points for the Orange Mice, 898 for the cleanup crew. The champions on the ropes. They have to stick it out all through level 19.
Yeah, this is literally giving me chills. This is an exciting match. I don't know what's going to happen. Obviously, there's a lead here, but as we've seen, 19 has been like absolutely just the kind of deciding factor. For
Yeah,
a lot of these games. Like,
we
who's
saw
played better here.
we saw so many so much heroics from Anpu on those level 19
Oh my
speeds.
goodness. Yes.
But look at this. Cleanup crew back to clean and in scoring position. Ooh, slight hang of that bar. Should be okay. Still low enough, but yeah, you can see Wisely taking those burns, making sure that he's able to dash another bar over there. But look at this setup for the dirty Tetris. Give him the bar. Where's the bar? Gets the bar. Gets the Tetris. 542 plus 545 equals 1,091. 1.1 million for the Orange Mice.
Oh, Anpu needs a bar. Needs a bar right now. Gets the bar.
Dirty triple. And there's the
And
Tetris.
the Tetris. Nice. Good display of patience here. That was an extremely scary board for Anpu, but stayed calm, waited for the pieces, was making just the right moves there to survive. Speaking of having to be patient here. Oh, perfect J. Oh, goodness. This has been just one scary situation after another for Anpu.
Yeah, Heath got out of that one.
Still scary board. Good placements here. Needs to get that left side figured out. Oh, this is not great.
Yeah, this is getting really tough, and Anpu's board
Oh,
breaking down,
no.
builds a tower, tops out 7-12. Hold on, Ian Keith might be behind. All right, let's see. Can Ian Keith get out of this? It's going to be determining.
Yeah.
All right, has the
Good.
well open, only for a triple. No
Bar's
burns,
not
no burns, no
coming.
burns, it's not coming!
No!
So
It's
Ian
gonna
Keith is
come
down.
It's going to come down to 20 Dan and Maestro, and there's only 15,000 points separating the two.
Yeah, and this drought, nasty. Bar in, bang Tetris for both. This league getting snatched back and forth. 18,000 points separating these two. Orange Mice goes
Oh
with the
my
bunk bar flat. Long
goodness.
bar in, Tetris.
18,000 point for Orange Mice right now.
And this game
Just
will
this
come to an
tiny-
end on level 29. We are a mere 20 lines away.
Oh no, Maestro is not going to be able to score here. It's like a couple more burns.
And Cleanup Crew has taken the lead, but it's a small one. Oh, beautiful pieces here for 20 Dan. Has the well open. Give him the bar. Where's the bar? Bar comes
There's
one
a
piece
bar,
too
came
late. But a bar
There's
in
one for
Tetris for Mice. Still down 9,000
Nine-
points.
9,000 points and only 2 more burns left. Maestro's going to try
Oh,
to build
this-
for a center here.
Yeah, so is 20 Dan, but I don't know if that's the
Oh,
right call. We got level
Tetris.
29. Tetris takes the lead. But no, with 18,000 points. That extra effort on 29. Maestro getting it done for the Orange Mice. Getting it done in the decider. And congratulations
gosh.
to your new tag team champions.
Wow.
Orange
What a match.
Mice!
Someone's got a clip. Maestro decided at the very end to get that double, the setup for that Tetris on the kill screen. Unbelievable.
And there's your winners, Maestro and Ampu, your new tag team champions. Holy
Wow.
smokes, guys. Wow.
Ooh.
Wow, what a game. Congratulations to Anpu and Maestro. You did it! GG's. Hey, and hey, our former champions, of course, you held that belt for a long time, and you held it with such grace, and you did an excellent job tonight.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, you couldn't ask for a closer game. I mean, like, down to a decider, down to the kill screen, Tetris on 29, that's what made the difference. Like, what a reign from the champions, and what a game from the new champions.
Exactly. I mean, I don't think you could have got any closer than that one. That final Tetris on level 29 from Maestro sealed the deal, nail in the coffin to secure those belts. So congratulations to our new champions.
Yeah, and if you're, what a way to kick off this 2 day of friendly super streams, right? Like, if this is what is in for us, then we're in for a heck of a couple days. So
absolutely, absolutely. All right, so we got another match coming up next. We are going to have, what's coming up? Oh yes,
Phenoms, I think, right?
yes. Let me get to the. There we go. Our Phenoms Championship is coming up next. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. While we are setting up our next match, let's go ahead and pay the bills. So before I run ads, if you do not want to see ads, now is your opportunity to subscribe to the channel for the low price of $5.99 or add $1 on mobile. You can not see these ads I'm about to run. We'll be back in 120 seconds. Yeah, that's true. If you're over on YouTube or Kick, how you doing? All right, we are back into our getting ready for our second match of the night. I believe I may have a co-commentator. I may not. We'll find that out in just a moment, and if we do, it's fine. No worries. But yeah, what an exciting first game, man. I'm going to have no voice after the end of this. I can guarantee it. I am going to be shot, which is okay. You know, an event like this only comes around, like, what, every once, maybe twice a year. And so glad that I get to host the first one of the year. And it is, what, I believe our 7th year also? King, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is our 7th year for Tetris Friendlies. And what a way to bang it out then with this fantastic Tetris Friendlies Revolution set. So we're going to move on to our Phenoms Championship. Let's head over there. And this... Charlie, where you at, bud? There we go. This match is scheduled for 3-fall and is for your Phenoms Championship. Introductions, please, on the left-hand side. We have a slide for this. Let me find it. Yes, there we go. Oh, that's the... We just saw that one. This is what we've got. We've got, of course, the challenger, Tyler, who is eating ketchup packets, has done a personal best of 1.5 million, just shy of a rollover. Has a match record of 144 wins, 140 losses. So that's a near 50%, batting 500. Not too shabby. Current ELO ranking 1827, sitting at number 111. And, of course, he has challenged our current Phenoms champion. Personal best 1.6, hailing from the United Kingdom, having a match record of 56 and 47, and an ELO ranking of 1824, putting her a mere 2 spots behind Tyler. ELO, what the heck is ELO? ELO is a ranking system. Kind of stealing a little bit off the chess scene, but how we rank players based on the number of wins, their PBs, their losses, who they won against, yada yada. And fun fact, this is the first time that these players are actually going to square off against each other. So we have a CTWC Gold player taking on the CTWC Silver Champion for 2025. And before we head over back to the scene, we do have a couple of words that were said here by our challenger.
Hey, welcome to my bathroom. Tonight, I'm playing Floxay for the Phenoms belt. But recently, Floxay actually lost to Kingsman in a sweep. So, I really don't think this is going to be much of a challenge. In fact, I'm so confident, I recently just spent $750,000 to show this all over the country.
Well, I was warming up for Tetris Friendlies, wondering who my opponent would be. Too bad I didn't know that in this match it would be against someone like Alexander Thatch. Oh, F-R-E-E, that spells free. I think that's what this match will be. Got the DM from the king. Well, that's my op, guaranteed victory. Now instead of beating the world champ, it's only intense if I'm talking about a camp. Oh, F-R-E-E, that spells free. I think that's what this match will be.
Hey, so did you like that ad? I didn't really feel like doing a diss track tonight, so I hope that suffices. I just feel like if I do a diss track, it's gonna last longer than the match itself, you know what I mean? But anyway,
Hey!
Hello? Do you guys hear that? Or I must be hearing things. But yeah, I have a joke for you guys. So what is something similar between me and Kingsman? You're right, we'll both never lose. Me, the belt, and him...
Shut up!
Excuse me? Surely you guys are hearing that this time. I cannot be going crazy. I am? Okay, I won't... Okay, whatever. Yeah, I'll
Do a diss track!
I'm not doing a diss track. I just said I'm not going to put in the...
Did you guys hear that? He doesn't want to do a diss track. What a little bitch!
Whatever, dude.
you lost to King with a rollover PB. That is so embarrassing. That could never be me. Lyrically gifted and sick, meticulous with a spin, driven on the track into hit. You really tough this to sit. Hey, you got a bigger PB with a comp, you rise and fall like a stock, man. I gotta get millions because it's ironic. I count on my flocks, hey. And no, I did not see a name, I'm just here for the game under seconds I blocked, hey. Took out my name as a thorn. Now it's time for the okay. Enter, on my YouTube. Goodness, got the shit in these like get it, fucking. Think I want it, had you, cut this back and close. I'm a dog and cut this back and got me, take a look at. Let's take a quiz, it'll be fun. Tell me, what is this picture? There's red and there's orange and yellow and green and there's blue and there's even a jingo. But what comes last? Violet, oh my gosh, how did they know? Are rainbows on my side? Well, I think so. King ring the bell and they gave me the bell with the damage and double the properly back to the ball like the ball on the one like the song on the milk like a bell. How is your mill?
See, the forgets. Oh my god, Violet! Violet is gonna top! Oh my god, no way! No way! King takes game 1! That was not intentional. I know that for a fact. That is not what an intentional top it looks like. Kingsman takes game 1!
Yeah, you lost to King with a rollover PB. That is so embarrassing. That could never be me. Lyrically gifted and sick, meticulous with a spin, driven on the track into hit. You really tough this to sit. I'm winning my div and you're losing your big. See on day 2 I will beat you again. Masters event I will do it again. WC I will do it again. CCUK I will do it again. Maybe Spec I will do it again. Anytime we face I will do it again. Get it up, but I will do it again. Oh, that hurt so bad. Oh,
Oh, and Louis Gooey cheated a PB. It's real bad. Got it on the DS with 3D. No way. Score was so funny, had to slap my knee. I tell her, score was so funny, I spit out my tea.
off the dome.
Oh, man.
Nice and low on this board.
Triple.
Takes the triple.
17.
2 more burns probably do it. Or yeah, 2 more burns from here do it. Could have taken that double. Is he gonna go for the Tetris? He skims
That
and
triple
triple tie. Kingsman's in the top 4.
Do not smash your eyes.
Man, oh man. Holy smokes. Tyler, you've done it again, my friend. Oh my word. Tyler will be signing autographs after this match. All right. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. We've got the Phenoms Championship. You guys want a seed? Hell yeah, you do. There you go. Seed in the chat. 73 Bravo 176. Put it in. All right, Flux are going to finish up a little bit of warm-up here, and then we will get started here. All right, when you two are ready to go, let me know by indicating that you are ready with either the competition button or hover 3 or pretty much however. Floxay is ready to go. Tyler is icing out Floxay here. Making the champ wait. Oh, had to queue up Hannah Montana. Makes sense. All right, we've got 2 ready players, so let's get it on. This is our Phenoms Championship. Tyler on the left, Floxay on the right. Let's count down game number 1 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Here we go. Our players are off. Same piece sets has been confirmed. So yes, this is for the silver belt. Tyler, of course, the silver champion for the World Championships. And Floxay, your current holder of the belt, won it against Dizzy K in a unsanctioned title match that I took. Came in, took the belt, and left. All right, both players on the board with the Tetris here. Tyler going with a little bit of unconventional stacking as we've known to see from him. So we'll see how that works out. And a couple of burns. Got that center well back open. Takes a skim. Long bar over for Violet. Gets a Tetris. Add another one. And Tyler just waiting for these bars to drop. Both of them jamming here. They got their music on. They are just loving it. So I got to spend quite a bit of amount of time with both of these players outside of Tetris. So Tyler was actually my, I guess you call him a roommate for the Illinois qualifier for the World Championships. We hung out, and he shared a room with me, and I made filet mignon, and he had steak for the first time, and he liked it. And then, of course, Floxay got the chance to meet her at the CT UK Championship. And hung out, got to know each other, and then when she came over for the World Championships, we spent a lot of time together. We kind of hung out, we went out to eat a couple times. She had never had hibachi. Can you believe that? Fun fact, she's never had hibachi before. So, her, Ronkly, and myself, we all went, and yeah, it was awesome. But what's not awesome is this board for both players. Kind of both in a bit of a sticky situation. I mean, it is 18, both are rolling, so nothing too dangerous, but, you know, it's going to eat away some much needed scoring potential. Yes, hibachi is fun because you can get food thrown at you. Or you can get sake squirted into your mouth. And a dirty triple there for Tyler. Gonna try to get this column 9 back open. Floxay with the traditional well. Long bar in Tetris. 234 plays 230. Neck and neck. 65 lines through. Another long par in and another Tetris. It looks like we do have another friend coming into the commentary booth. So we'll wait for that person to arrive. $277 for Tyler. Floxay 304. Long bar in. Tetris for both. 300 plays 327. A 1 Tetris lead here for the current champ.
Who are you calling friend?
Who am I calling a friend?
That's a good question. I don't know. Who are you? That's what I'm asking. I want to know these things.
Yes, it is Ian Keith.
Hello. Whether you wanted me to or not, I have joined.
Are you seeing the screen okay?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, it's 377 plays 383. Floxe still in charge here, albeit by half a Tetris.
Yeah, the early troubles for both players doesn't seem to really have negatively affected either of them. I mean, by the expression Tyler's had the entire game, I'm not sure what would negatively affect him, but, you know.
So, given these two players and what you know about them, Ian Keith, what are you expecting to see here in the later half of 18 and 19 play?
Having had to play against both of them at differing times, out of Floxe, I'm largely expecting to see just a disturbingly consistent and efficient 19, and from Tyler, you know, he's got this knack for a lot of flair that he's gonna have to find the right times to really put into employ, versus when he's got to restrain himself and just focus on, you know, making the right placements.
Absolutely. And, you know, Tyler is a pretty volatile player. You know, it's either feast or famine with him, but I think today he's come to play. I think he's really trying to solidify himself as a top contender and try to take this belt from Violet. Meanwhile, Violet into transition to level 19. Slight misdrop there. It does have the well open. Seals it, though.
And we're going to be looking at a little bit of a dig here, so an opportunity for Tyler.
Oh, hold on. Okay. All right, good bar. That's going to help Tyler! Oh! Tyler at 523 is finished. And Floxe,
was not far behind.
Watch her reaction as she takes game number 1. She can't believe it. She says, "Are you kidding me right now? Like, how did that happen?" All right, so we'll increment our seed, move on to game number 2. Okay, Hannah sucks, says Tyler.
Gotta find a different playlist, obviously.
Tyler, please stop pretending your controller is a microphone. Well,
or continue.
I mean, whatever works, right?
Yeah. I've eaten mine during a match before.
That explains a lot.
Listen, I was hungry.
All right, we've got 2 ready players, so let's get it on. This is game number 2. Floxe on the march. Will Tyler tie it up? Count us down, Ian Keith, in
3, 2, 1. Tetris. I will avoid saying squirrel.
All right, so yeah, a bit of an early top out for both players. Luckily, Floxe lasted just a little bit longer on 19. Tyler going to look to bounce back here and rebound. Meanwhile, Floxe going to look to ride that momentum, taking this into a game number 2. So we'll see what happens as we turn the page. Both players on the board already with the Tetris.
Yeah, Floxe with that commanding 1-point lead. Gotta watch out for those pushdown points. Make it matter.
What's interesting is you don't really see pushdown points from rollers. And there's only one other player I know of that pushes down to exactly 1 point, and that is Sidnev. So maybe Floxe trying to channel her inner Sidnev here to take an early 2-game lead over the challenger.
Ooh. I went for a bit of a spin there. It did not pan out. But yeah, when you're rolling, it's kind of, from everything I've heard, really awkward to try and press down on a piece. So it it can be awkward enough that players don't generally want to do it. And also, I mean, pushdown points don't always add up to that much.
Right.
I wanted to see if Tyler's going to go for the line spin, but I'm going to take a little bit more measured approach to this. There are 4 rows off the bottom here.
Yeah, we
the
do
bar
have...
going to come.
We have a little bit of buffering here for Floxay, so Floxay, just keep playing. We'll catch you up here in a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Nothing major for sure. Tyler did get 1 dirty Tetris. Are we going to get to see another? Or, oh. There it is. There's another dirty Tetris for Tyler. 152, 165, so fairly close, although Tyler playing higher up has already built up a bit of, he's gotten a few lines ahead.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes when you're up that high, you know, you are applying that pressure. Yeah, you do have the lead, and then you're behind in lines, or you're back in lines, but it could be the added pressure that Tyler needs to add.
Yeah, he's going to have to find a way to add some pressure here, because the stack is not the way he's adding pressure. It might be frozen in time here, but it's not the stack you want to be frozen with.
Yeah, we'll give a quick refresh over here for Tyler. Get him back. There we go. Looks like Tyler's stream. Tyler, keep playing. You've gone offline. Keep playing.
The usual precautions. Yeah, just continue to play.
Yeah, a little bit of stuffering for both. I wonder if Twitch is having some issues.
Winter setting a new PB in chat. Holy crap, GG.
So, Tyler, keep playing. We'll get you back. Or Tyler will probably top out by now, but let's see.
One of the two. If it lasts long enough, we can always call for a redo, but hopefully Tyler
let's
will be
just
able to get
keep
back
playing,
online
and
swiftly.
we'll see what happens here in like the next 10 or so lines, and then just keep playing right now, Tyler. I'll try to get you back. Meanwhile, Floxay really looking good here. 356 now, current champ, but this may be all for nothing if we don't get Tyler back. So keep playing, keep playing. I have not called it yet. Just keep playing.
Tetris once again, as Morlando points out. Interesting tuck setup there with the S piece into the O for Floxay.
Yeah, trying to maintain this well. 403. Yeah, let's go ahead and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call this one. So players, go ahead and top out. We've had about 30 lines of nonsense, so
30 lines of nonsense is how my career got started. What?
And thank you so much for the raid coming on in. Yes, players, you can top out. It is okay.
We are going to call a redo of game number 2. Your internet never went down, but your stream...
Your stream definitely did. There we go. You are back now, Ty. All right, I'll give both players a quick refresh. We'll start this game number 2 again.
The stream key. Oh. Those issues are always fun.
Yeah, the tactical kick of the router while you're up that high.
Some people slam consoles, some people kick routers. Listen, it's a strategy. It's not a good one.
So we're going to increment our seed. We're going to go up to 95, please. If you're not already on 95, that's where we're going.
Oh, Tyler, that's a bold decision.
Country music. Okay. Whatever works, buddy. We've got 2 ready players. Count us down, Ian Keith, and our game number 2 redo in
3, 2, 1, Tetris. Those look like the same pieces, and these look like the same players, which is probably also for the best.
But not the same stacking. We're going to see which player chose the better options. And right now, both are looking clean.
Yeah, they both got it clean in their own way.
Bit of a drought. Bar in. Tetris for both. Was that a little... Did Floxy just kind of like snap her fingers at that Tetris?
A little bit. Might could have been. So yeah, if you're Tyler, you're probably appreciating the fact that your internet or OBS or Twitch just had a hissy fit there. You saw before we called for the reset, as we had no way to keep players filled in, that Floxy had built up a very heavy lead. They were on the same line count still. They were at about 110 lines apiece, and Floxy had brought it up to like 170k, so kind of a blessing in disguise.
You know, Tyler... when you watch Tyler with this charisma, he put all of his points into charisma. Perhaps he should put some into intelligence when it comes to stacking. Just like dropping that T-piece.
Well, there's intelligence and there's wisdom. So, like, you gotta figure out which one is getting used to make the right placement. The easiest comparison I always remember is that intelligence is like book smarts and wisdom is like street smarts.
Yes. Like, that's when you say, if you are walking on the road and you're about to cross a one-way street, book smarts says you should only look one way, but wisdom says look both ways. And looks like both players right now are looking both ways for a Tetris. Bar in, bang it down for Floxy, up about 600,000 points. Or 600,000, excuse me, 60,000 points. That would be an unsurmountable amount of points.
That's a pretty strong 18 right there. 3 bars in a row that Tyler was just not able to use. Finally one that he can. 219 playing 278 now that we're back on similar line counts.
Yeah, again, a 60,000 point lead here for Floxy. And we are approaching maybe a little bit less than halfway on 18, so we'll see that speed increase on level 19, where the speed goes from good to great. Unless you're a DAS player, then it goes from okay to, oh my god! I still remember when Gerald chased Sidnev down 400k in Classic Tetris Wars once, says Grand Designs. Welcome in, hell yeah, GD! We'll be seeing you after the conclusion of this match in our first ever ladder match. That should be so exciting.
Yeah, y'all have no clue how much fun you are about to be subjected to with this ladder match. Everything about it is going to be the most fire. Like, I haven't been this excited to see a single match in a long time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we got to see a little preview of it yesterday as we were doing our tech check, and man, oh man.
Yeah, the format is cool. The stream itself is going to look really cool. The players are going to put on a hell of a show. Y'all are going to be in for a wild ride. Oh, like a square burst. That just doesn't seem to end. Oh god.
Well, you know what? Floxy getting a bit droughted here. Oh, seals the well as the bar's in the window, but another one to come. Slam down that Tetris. 466 plays 383. Add a Tetris for Tyler, go to 408. So look at this. Still a 60,000 point lead here for the champ.
Yeah, they've been able to basically stay in lockstep here for the last, what, good 50 or 60 lines. One player finds a little bit of traffic, and the other one seems to join them more often than not, so... If you're Floxy right now, it's a really good sign because you're continuing to hold on to the lead, but you haven't been able to really gain any ground. This hole in column 3, though, for Tyler could change that around a little bit.
Yeah, that's going to slow him down.
Okay. Floxay was kind of on the top shelf there for a moment, but getting the bars at a good time, knocking down the Tetrises. Back into the groove. Ooh. Tyler, on the other hand, 20 lines till transition, and firmly entrenched in a dig here.
Yeah, this is typical Tyler stacking, though, right before transition.
Both players now in a spot of bother. It's a great LPs for Floxay's stack.
And look at this, just like that, has the well open, filling out the left. Meanwhile, Tyler, 8 lines until transition, but he is bringing this down, but he's taking all the lines to do it.
Yeah, the old David Gulick kind of strategy, brick by brick, but...
All right,
oh
transition for Floxay, 636,000. Tyler gonna transition at 460 or so, and then get a triple there to go to 480.
Yeah, that lengthy dig sequence definitely doing some damage here, and Tyler's gonna have to not necessarily pull out all the stops now, but really buckle in for a long game. Ooh.
Oh!
What?
That T-piece would have fixed that tuck. So this is perhaps Tyler's opportunity to get caught up here, as he has amassed about a 150,000 point deficit now.
He's going to knock one Tetris down there, and he's going to stay aggressive here. Then out Colin 8well, knock that one down as well. 595 playing 747, 150,000 still the difference.
Yeah, Floxay taking off like a jumbo jet here, playing up a bit high, but still maintaining levels of aggression and scoring Tetrises on this way down.
Tyler, not deterred, is working off of a left well now.
Barton, Tetris.
Again, this lead not really changing a whole lot, but...
Yeah, but both players have gotten out of their respective digs. However, Tyler going with an unconventional well, misses the T-spin. Or as Sharky would say, and he missed the T-spin.
Or depending on who else you ask, he just did a Toogie spin.
Kind of see Floxay shaking her hair there. She's not too pleased with the stack condition right now. That's a nasty square piece. Could have actually set up that T-burn, but probably didn't see it. It is very high, and 19 speeds are pretty fast at that height.
Yeah, but at this rate, it does not take the piece very long to fall down. It's lowering a row every 2 frames, which is not a lot of time.
The long bar in, Tetris for Floxay, 851, 750. So Tetris did cut into that lead a bit, brought it to about 100,000 points.
Yeah, he was able to take a little bit of an advantage here of that spooky situation that Floxay found themselves in, but there's still a lot of ground to make up. However, this is Friendlies. We don't worry about silly little things like line caps here.
That's true. This is uncapped, so these players can go forever. I sure hope Floxay knew that, because she put the line cap in. Well, oops.
$886 for Tyler, $992 for Floxay, so still about 100k in it, but Floxay also a few lines ahead at this point. So with that Tetris there from Tyler, it's about a 75,000 point difference here as we close in on the 29 speeds.
Yeah, this is where the game turns crazy. One burn to give for Floxay. Transition into 29. Bit messy.
Oh, 4,000 point difference into 29 for these two players.
Tetris for Floxay.
Oh, Tyler couldn't get the T left, and he's going to be done at 996.
Just shy of a max out. And Floxay, our current champion at A53 and still going, takes game number 2 and is now on match point.
Chat pleading with Tyler to lock in. Whereas Floxay very clearly already has. Look at this.
Yeah, 1.16 and just going to give it up there. That was an intentional top out, so those of you stat trackers, I don't count. Tyler, hear me out. Put on Barbershop. Just see what you do. Just see how it goes.
I think I've done that a couple times.
All right, we're going to increment our seed. What could be our final time. Floxay, the champ, ready to go.
And locked and loaded. Been locked in these last couple of games, so...
All right, both players are ready, so here we go. Floxay looking to finish off Tyler and actually rooting him on. Let's count down. And 3, 2, 1, Tetris. You know what it is? It's because we're counting down. That's why Tyler's losing. It's because we counted down.
Oh. Right, yeah. Gotta laugh when he's shaking the head out of Tyler, but...
Nice cleanup here.
Yeah? Finding some solutions. Would've liked the square, but now things are getting a little dicey.
This is getting...
Early.
Oh, Tyler. Okay. And Floxay, I mean... Floxay kind of shaking her head here. I think she's a little, what's the word?
Oh, Tyler. Okay. Neither player
hold
liking
on.
this seed.
Hold on, Tyler. Tyler in a lot of danger right now, playing up high at the sky. Can he stay alive? Gets that bar over. Nice triple or double there to help lower the stack. He's got the center well open. Where's the bar? Give him the bar. Where's the bar? Dirty! Oh, Tetris. Oh, my word. Got out of that one.
If you were a cat, you'd have just watched your lives counter tick down by 1 with that dig, but...
Probably
still
more
in it
than
for
one.
now.
Probably more than one, let's be honest.
Like if you ever played Earthbound, just watching your hit points roll down, and you're just like, oh god, let me have a turn.
And look at this.
Basically that, but...
Yeah, Grand Design saying it best. That was straight out of a sewage plant. But, you know, through all that dig, Tyler in another one now. Floxay keeping it clean. 212 plays 140.
Again, these players, rollers, and this is uncapped, so not so much of a time limit as you might see with, you know, tappers and DAS players, but at the same time, you don't want to let it get to that point if you can avoid it.
Yeah, exactly. Floxay gonna knock down 2 quick Tetrises to lower that stack and make that left side a little bit easier to access. Goes for the spin. Nails the spin. Long bar in Tetris for Floxay. 307. That is a 150,000 point lead. Double the score for double the fun.
And a spicy dig from Tyler. Absolute cinema. Definitely some YouTube clips bait right there. Now he's got to get the nose to the grindstone and
stay alive here.
Get back. Yeah.
I mean, we are past the halfway point of 18, and still about a 100,000 point lead here for Floxay. Factoring in pace, 140. Another Tetris there goes to 376. Spin, nailed. Skim, now a Tetris. There it is, bar in, nails it down. 400,000 at 80 lines. 229 at 78 for the man on the ropes, the challenger.
Yeah, Floxay trying to look for another 600k transition here. Tyler just going, just let me make transition and I'll deal with it afterwards. Oh, Floxay.
Yeah, that burn from Floxay. I think she wanted to put the piece the other way because that would have burned out nicely. But a misrotation.
Really good solutions here, but now this stack getting a little spicy. Finally the bar for the relief.
And you kind of see her shake her head a little bit like, oof, I needed that.
Tyler not able to take much advantage of it either. 287, 453. If anything, the lead has ballooned a little bit further.
Yeah, about 10,000 more points. So, you know, this could come down to 19 play or perhaps 29. I mean, we saw the playability a little bit from Floxay on that Mullen there. You know, she has some 29 game. Tyler has to get past 19.
And he has got the ability to score on 19. When you take his PB into account, he does have the ability to play on the post, as you might call it. But definitely it's just a matter of getting there first. You got to do step one. Can't skip any parts of this process.
Yeah, I got to take it one game at a time. And right now, Floxay in charge. 548 plays 383, a 200,000 point lead, and behind in the line count.
Tyler found a couple of good solutions for the right-hand side of the stack there, but the bar timing has just not been there for him. Finally won at a good time in a transition at 410. But clean and bring the stack back down with more Tetrises.
Yeah, Floxay would join him with the Tetris here. 6-2-0. So at the level 19 transition, 175,000 lead here for the champ.
Yeah, and absolutely not looking back. Sometimes to the side to score check, but not looking back. Ooh, Tyler didn't quite get that square all the way over, but has well open, able to take Tetris, bring things down, but...
Ooh, I'm surprised he didn't put that J in the J hole. Had that J dependency on the left, and then stuck that J over to the right.
Yeah, there was just a number of dependencies all building up.
Oh, no!
Building up, and well, that's just
yep, that's gonna do it. And just like that, your Phenoms champion has retained the belt. Play this out, Floxay. You're on the main screen. Getting it done in a sweep. Tyler had a lot of things to say, but just could not hang on. So, our champ, once again, on her throne.
Made it look easy.
Too easy. GG's Floxay. And she takes the bow. Well done. Well, congratulations, Floxay. You're a winner. And Tyler, of course, always a pleasure having you here. Thanks for playing, and thanks for all the work you do to help make Tetris great. All right, so, Ian Keith, halfway through the night, what do you think so far?
A lot to take in, but a lot of good shows so far. And, I mean, a lot more to come.
Absolutely. We've got two more fantastic matches coming up next. We're going to take a little bit of a break to set that up. But coming up, what do we have? We have
The best damn match you've ever seen.
the best match ever. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Our ladder match. We have our current Upstarts champion, OPB, squaring off against 5 others: Roman, Rocket Remy, Grand Designs, Morlando, and Chaotic Hazel in a first ever ladder match for the Upstarts title. Man, so we'll be back in a little bit. We're going to set things up. Don't go anywhere. Ian Keith, you still with me, bud?
What? No. What?
So we've got one of our players we're waiting on. So let's go over back to our commentary scene, and let's chat a little bit of what we saw in the first half while we wait for our players to arrive. So, first off, that match that you played in, the tag team match. Unfortunately, you were unable to come out with the belt. Explain how you felt during that set.
I mean, knowing those two players, we knew it was going to be a grind going in. Anpu just has a history of being difficult to play against because he has this terrible knack of surviving and playing well, like some sort of guy that plays Tetris. I'm still listed as Omen Flark, by the way.
There we go. That's better.
But, yeah, we knew it was going to be a grind of a match going in with Anpu's ability to stay alive with just about anything, and Maestro having the creative abilities to deal with some spicy situations. But it was just a matter of find our game plan and go with it. We actually had a bit of a debate before the match started about goofing off with the levels, so that's why in Game 3, when we were already down 2-0, you saw Dan give the 15 start a try.
Well, being down 2-0, you guys were kind of up against the ropes, and then, that Game 3, you guys started to loosen up. You just mentioned a little bit of level shenanigans that you had, and then you ended up taking 2 games back, so bringing it to a decider. So, did you feel, in those Game 3 and Game 4 where you were playing, did you feel any different, or?
At that point, we kind of, we had already both agreed that the idea was to just take things very simply, but at that point, it was absolutely down to 1 game at a time, just play the 1 game. Dan's decision to go for 15 in Game 3 was a little bit of mix it up, try something different, have a little bit of fun with it, because at this point, not that much to lose, so you gotta go for it. But it was also just the idea of throw a little something different at them, throw them off their own game a little bit, and it ended up panning out because despite Dan starting at a lower scoring level, we actually held a lead for the majority of that game, which was kind of both of us sitting there going, what?
Yeah.
And yeah, we took that and found the momentum that allowed us to hang in for Game 4 as well. And then Game 5, we just knew it was going to be a slog all the way through. That one, literally one different placement from any of the 4 players, and that's a 30,000 point swing one way or the other.
Absolutely. And it was really just that final effort by Maestro getting that Tetris on 29 to seal it. I mean, all 4 of you took that to the kill screen, and I don't think it could have been any closer of a finish from the 4 of you, especially because of a tag team format. The scores are a bit inflated than they typically see with a one-on-one. So kudos to you. Let's move on to our second match of the night, the one that we just commentated together. So obviously Tyler had one of the best promos of all time. I mean, the kid continues to outdo himself. But unfortunately, it didn't seem that he was able to walk the walk after talking the talk. Champ came out swinging out of the gate, first off, and, never looked back. I mean, Tyler really struggled in the early game of 18, and then topping out twice early on 19. Just, it's not enough to win a title.
Yeah, you have to love the energy that Tyler brings to a match, but unfortunately, that energy, he just couldn't translate it on the board, and it really showed. Every game, basically, Floxe was cruising through 18, building up leads, and did not have to play super aggressively through post-transition at any point, which is, sometimes you have to be able to apply that pressure and, make your opponent make a mistake by, leaning into it, forcing them to keep their foot on the gas, when it might not be so comfortable to. And that was just something that Tyler just struggled to do throughout that match, whether it was rough sequences that both players wrestled with, like we saw in Game 1, where both players really struggled in post, but even after that, he just struggled to keep that pressure up, and Flock was able to just play her game and not even sweat.
And she did have a little spicy situation. She was able to get out of it, and Tyler wasn't, so she was able to just. Oh, Tyler's saying, can we just lie about my performance instead? So absolutely, we can, Tyler.
Oh yeah.
All right. So with that, we've got a little bit more time that we're gonna wait. So why don't we talk about what's on deck for tomorrow night? We have. Oh, boom. So we have our Money in the Bank. That's right, we're bringing this format back. So Wintera will be taking on Cobra. And they will be fighting for the Money in the Bank, able to redeem that briefcase at a moment's notice.
Yeah, let's talk about putting some pressure on, because at the top of the heap for so long, SV has been perched atop their throne, and you gotta hand it to players looking to find a way to take SV down, and you know that these two would love to both have their shot.
And you know what? They are nothing to sneeze at. I mean, Cobra is a top 8 finisher at the World Championships, and Winter taking Andy to a decider, just missing the top 8 there. So, both of these players definitely on the up and coming. Both TNP greats. I've actually played against both of them, so the road to the Money in the Bank goes through me, I suppose. But yeah, this should be a fantastic one. And then our second match of the night for tomorrow, we'll have our future showcase where we have Mackenzie taking on Zrobot. So, Ian, what are your thoughts?
I hope you're ready for antics, because I feel like if there is, aside from the fun and shenanigans that Tetris was engaging in, that Tyler was so thoroughly enjoying during the last match, if you want to see antics, this is where you're gonna see it. There is, between these two, an amount of energy that I would call a lot.
A lot. Agreed.
A lot.
So yeah, Zro definitely bringing a lot of youthful energy, and I mean, this kid can play and play and play forever. And Mackenzie, a former Phenoms champ, actually relinquished the belt to Floxe, and now she's retained that belt. So both of these players on the up and coming. So we're looking to see these two square off to see who's perhaps next in line to be the next Tetris great.
Yeah, one of them can run their mouth and the other one can run laps.
While running their mouth. All right, moving number 3, our Twitch TV Championship. We have a special treat. We have a mystery opponent. We have no idea who it's gonna be. We know it's Mari, but who could that player be on the right-hand side? If I had to take a guess, maybe making a return, somebody we haven't seen in a while, maybe a Louis Scooey, or maybe we see a Ninja challenge match. Maybe Ninja tries to get that fight back tomorrow after holding that belt for a while, or maybe it's a player that we haven't seen, make a lot of waves, but comes out of the dark to try to clutch this Twitch championship. So,
wild guess, just as out of the dark as everything else. Remy.
I mean, Remy definitely a chance to get it. Definitely one of those players that would be within that cutoff. Perhaps maybe it is a player that we saw tonight. So we don't know, but whoever it is, Mari, I'm sure, is going to give us a match to remember. And then our final match for tomorrow. It's the Friendlies Championship, the heavyweight belt, and it is a UK. Finally, we have finale. That's the word I was looking for.
There.
The current champion, SV, or Sam Vaughn, squares off against two of Britain's greatest, the former Friendlies champion and UCT UK champion and Twitch TV champion, Dan V, and of course, the first, or I suppose the most recent CT UK champion. What's her name? Oh, that's right. How can I forget? No, for real. Who is it? Ian, this is your prompt. Who is it?
I panicked.
We just won't say her name. That's fine. Hold on one second. I'm actually checking the Tetris champs here. 1 second. Make sure everybody's good to go.
Yeah, we're definitely not just fixing things in the background.
I still don't have all of our players, so let's go back to the commentary scene.
Easy.
Oh my gosh, it's Evesy! That's right! Oh my god. Thank you, Anpu. Oh, come on.
I said it before Anpu did.
Of course we knew it was Evesy. Come on. I was trying to give anybody the opportunity to make content for this channel, and I'm gonna get clipped now, and everyone's gonna be like, everybody forgot who I was. Like, Evesy, I love you, dear. You're fine. You're fine.
Put me on camera as I was trying to finish it.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine. That's fine.
All right, so we're still waiting for a couple of our players to go live. Let's go back to the promotional slides. We'll be back in a little bit.
Now chat's questioning us. Is Mike still hot? That averages out to maybe. Got it.
Yes, the mic is hot. It's always hot.
I was just about to say.
The ghost of Super Show's past, man, because I've handed it down to my loyal, good hosts here to handle this.
And
So
also me.
hopefully, and well, you are one of those, yes. So, but anyway, folks, yeah, if you can hear the king, because there should be a hot mic on, so because Colin said mics are always hot. Yeah, it's the king of the restreams here. Finally made it after a very arduous and long day. King, a little bit quiet. Let's see if I can.
I got you.
Oh no.
Thank
Oh
you,
no.
thank you.
I got you, King. Don't worry
No.
about it.
Yeah, no, we're good. But yeah, it's the king. It's the king of the restreams, hanging out with my man Colin, and we got Ian Keith, former Upstarts champion 3 times over, former Twitch TV champion, and now former tag team champion. You know, Ian, Colin, like asked all the good questions about that match. That was a stellar match, honestly. That was definitely, I think, one of the best tag team matches we've seen coming down to the wire. The ending was dramatic. That was absolute cinema, regardless of win and loss. And I got a feeling, not for nothing, Ian, but the cleanup crew will be back soon, don't you think?
Oh yeah, no, I mean, the job of cleaning is never done. I'm trying to hide what my room looks behind me, as an example. But
yeah, no worries. This room here too has also got that problem, and don't forget, we got a Martz in the house too, so you know we got problems there. There's plenty of mess happening.
different kind of mess.
Plenty of mess. But anyway, folks, yeah, we are just moments away from this first time ever match. This is a match that when I first started Friendlies, I was wondering what are the real possibilities of doing something like this, and the limitations were very difficult on trying to make a match of 6 people playing together in a format where you have a concept of a ladder, and big time fan of pro wrestling, right? So King is always going to have these concepts behind the eyes and in the brain, but how do we make it happen? So we finally figured it out thanks to the great technology of NTC and Yobi and all that good stuff, man. We finally are going to make this happen. We're going to make history tonight, where the upstarts and Ian, you're, as mentioned, former 3-time upstart champion. Who better to test this model with than with that group that are always like tooth and nail fighting for that belt, man? I mean, the new generation of upstarts are here. They are ready to go, and I'm excited for this, man. This is going to be one of the matches of all time, wouldn't you say?
Oh, this is going to be an absolute blast to watch, regardless of result. This is one of the wildest formats I've ever seen. I love it. I love everything about it. And you're absolutely right that the upstarts are absolutely perfect for this, because these are a half dozen players who will stop at literally nothing to hold this belt, and for good reason. And it's going to be so interesting to see who wants to pull out, who wants to pull out the strategies, who's going to go for the absolute gold. I cannot wait, and I know everyone out there is going to love it. I mean, we have back-to-back banger, unique matches that you're only going to see on Friendlies here.
Indeed. This is going to be a banger. This is going to be outstanding. Once we get things finalized, Colin will hit up the slide. We'll talk about those players real quick. I mean, we could talk about them right now, honestly. We've got a champion in 1 pound Bobby here, Ian, that has won the belt twice. The big victory over Remy kind of sniped